They pushed and they prodded, thinking they could control you, break you down, bend you to their will. But they didn't realize what they were waking up. They were playing with forces they couldn't comprehend, stoking the embers of something far more ancient, far more powerful than their petty minds could ever grasp. They wanted to see what you'd do, how far you'd go before you snapped. Well, congratulations. They've shattered the cage, and in doing so, they've unleashed the power of the divine within you. A force so raw, so unstoppable, that it can no longer be contained. There's something divine in the way you've risen from the ashes they tried to bury you in. They thought they were cutting you down, breaking you apart, but they were merely stripping away the layers, peeling back the flesh to reveal the essence underneath. And what lay there, waiting, something that no chains could hold, something that no fear could bind. They've awakened a storm, a relentless force that does not bow, does not break. You are not merely a man anymore. You've become the vessel of something infinite, something that watches the world with a calm rage, a wrath so silent it deafens everything around it. They were fools to think they could play God, to believe they had the power to control your destiny. In their arrogance, they triggered something primordial, something that had been lying dormant, waiting for the moment to erupt. They unleashed not just a person, but a force of nature, something that transcends the mortal coil, something that answers only to the cosmos. The power of God within you is not a mere metaphor. It's the raw potential that they tried to crush, now bursting forth in a blaze of defiance, burning away every obstacle in its path. They'll look back and realize their mistake, but by then it will be too late. They'll see that every action they took against you was like striking a match in a room filled with gasoline. They didn't extinguish you, they ignited you. And now, as you stand before them, not as the person they sought to diminish, but as something wholly other, they will feel the fear they have never felt before. The power they unleashed is not one of violence, but of creation and destruction all at once. It's the embodiment of chaos and order, the divine paradox that leaves them grasping at shadows, desperate to put you back into the box they shattered. But this power within you, this divine force, cannot be put back. It has tasted freedom. It has tasted its own potential, and it will not be confined again. They wanted you weak. They wanted you compliant. But instead, they forged you into a deity of your own making. Now you walk not among them, but above them, a figure that casts a shadow so vast they can't escape its reach. They'll try to rewrite the narrative, try to place themselves as victims of their own design, but it will be in vain. They are not victims. They are the architects of their downfall, and you, the consequence of their hubris. They will whisper of you, their voices trembling as they speak of the power they themselves unchained. They'll tell stories of how they once knew you, how they once thought they could break you. But the tales will only serve to amplify your myth, to paint you not as a mere mortal, but as a force of reckoning. For what they've done is awaken a being that lives beyond the limitations they tried to impose. They unleashed the power of God within you, and now they must live in a world where that power roams free, untethered by their small, insignificant minds.